have a moment of silence. We ask for blessing from God Almighty so that what we are planning today, what we are having today is blessed and fruitful for our lives, not only for ourselves, but also for our institution. Moment of silence, please do. Amen. Right. The next is singing the national anthem and our university march. Everybody, please stand up. Mas Akif, time is yours. good afternoon, everybody in room 103 and 104, and also good afternoon for students attending our guest lecture in Zoom room. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let me check the student attendance first. Can I see the hands of the students of art education, PSN? Right. So these are the students of the Department of Art. Okay, and then from the second floor, students from primary school teacher education. Can I see the hands? PGSD. PGSD? Ya, oke. Ya, hanya 3 guru ya. Alright. Now, from engineering education, PPTM. Can I see the hands? PPTM. Hello? The engineering education. Okay. We have Arif. Right. And then go down to the first floor from physics education department. Okay, thank you very much. From mathematics education. Okay, thank you. From natural science education, IPA. Okay, here. Okay, and then here, next floor. English department. Okay, thank you. So you wear your uniform. Okay, from Indonesian Education Department, PPSI. Okay, thank you. Kemudian dari PPP ada kan? Okay, thank you guys. So this is from the teacher professional education. Pak Mark is they have the graduate, and then they take another 1 year as a time as a Right. So again, teman-teman, kita ada yang dengan Pak Mark. Judulnya Indonesia apa? Ada yang bisa mengindonesiakan? Lutfi, help me. So, what do you say the title in Indonesian? Come on, Lutfi. I'm his academic supervisor, so leveraging. Mas, posternya Mas. Coba di Indonesiakan, Lut. Yes, leveraging technological advances through technopreneurship. So, what do you say that in our bahasa? Ayo.
Teknologi pendidikan kewirausahaan.
Menerjemahkannya dari leveraging, kemudian advances technological, kemudian through melalui technopreneurship. Oke, jadi mengangkat kemajuan teknologi melalui technopreneurship. Ya. Oke, allow me to read the short bio of our guest lecturer ya. Oke, Bapak Mark Gabriel Wagan Guilar MBA MSED. He's Professor 6 from Emilio Aguinaldo College, Philippines. He's also a Doctor of Philosophy in Education and Public Administration. He also has degree in Master of Science in Education, Master of Business Administration, and then he also the recipient of 13 awards in research, including Best Research Paper Awards, Best Research Presentation Awards, and Research Excellence Awards. And then he has done more than 50 research presentations at various international conferences hosted by universities around the world, including Indonesia, Hungary, Lithuania, United Kingdom, and many others. Yeah. And besides, he is also author of 17 published research articles in indexed international research journals published by various universities around the world. So if you want to know more about Pak Mark, you can Google him. You can chat GPT using AI and then just type his name, and then there will be much, much more works under his name. Okay. And then his guest lecture will last more or less berapa menit, Pak Arif? Untuk presentasinya sampai setengah 3 gitu. Sampai setengah 3 untuk presentasi 14. Okay. Well, I think Mark, it's up to you how you will conduct the discussion. Will you separate it from your presentation or just let the ball rolls and then see what happens? Okay. 20 minutes, and then after that we continue with the discussion. Yeah. All right. So I think Pak Mark is the time is yours. The students are yours. Have fun, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ibu, for that very humbling introduction. And Pak, thank you very much. Good afternoon, students. Okay. How are you? You sure? Why are you good today? Can anybody tell me? Today. Why does raining makes you happy? Is it rare here? Who can tell me how rare does it rain in the here in Indonesia? How rare? Weekly? Once a month?
I think this is the first time because we have. It's been a long time not rain, so this is the first time that rain pouring here. So we're really happy to feel the rain.
Is it really the first time or the second time? Somebody here saying second time? In 2024, how many times did it rain here? You can count. More than 10? No. Really? Okay, fun trivia. In the Philippines, rain is common. More than half of the year in the Philippines, it's raining. In fact, summertime is only 3 months. From April to June. That's it. The rest of the year, it's raining. That's why I'm quite surprised that you're feeling happy because it's raining. Well, it's a blessing, so let's just enjoy the day. Okay, so as mentioned, my name is Mr. Mark Gabriel. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm very happy to be here. So today, our topic is technopreneurship. Is there somebody here who have heard this term before? This is the first time. Okay. To be specific, the topic is leveraging technological advances through technopreneurship, which means we take advantage of technology. Technology is something that we have, right? And in fact, you're using it every day. So we take advantage of technology by doing entrepreneurship. All right, so that's the meaning of our title today. Okay. Can we proceed with the next slide, sir? Where's my presentation? Hold on for a while, students. Relax, because I thought the presentation is already up there. Yeah. Okay.
Yoi bro. Lah, cepat habis baterai ya laptop ini.
Technical glitches are normal if
Nih, nih.
we are doing things live. So that's fine.
Langsung ikut dong, bilang ikut. Nggak disuruh.
Perhaps while are you currently looking?
Sasa, coba kenapa Sasa di sini?
Ada dia tidur
Di mana tidur?
di kamar.
Yang tadi aku bilang tahu nggak ada dia.
Ada dia, kau udah ngeliat nggak?
Oh. An,
Ada dia.
oh kirain mati teleponnya. Ih, nggak jadi diculak kayak dah.
Wah, dipaksa.
Oh, mati, nak dipaksa apa ya?
Gitu lah menjadi.
Diam.
Okay, excuse me, students. So while waiting for me, perhaps you can prepare yourself to answer a question. I would like to know later why, of all universities in Indonesia, you have chosen to study here at UST. Okay? There are more than 100 universities in Yogyakarta, right? So why UST? I want to know. So perhaps while waiting for me, you can think about your reason.
Anjir. Ini kamera dulu.
Okay, your attention, please. Okay, you're still good? You're still good? How about those at the back? Are you all feeling good there? You're good? Okay. All right. So let us just continue what we have started. So I just mentioned that today our topic will be about what? What will be our topic? Technopreneurship. All right. Okay. So the agenda for today is divided into four. So we will try to cover or discuss what is technopreneurship, because as you mentioned, it's your first time to hear it. In fact, when you look at books, when you look at dictionaries, it's not there, because this is a recent term that was developed. Okay? So we will discuss what is it. Next, why is it important to include technology in entrepreneurship? All right? If you are doing business, why is it needed that you incorporate technology? Third, what are the platforms that you can use? If you are a business owner, if you want to sell products and you want to become a technopreneur, what are the platforms that you can use? And lastly, you will also learn about the challenges that you may face. Okay? Are we clear? Right. But before we proceed with the first agenda, I just want to clarify something. Sir, I am studying engineering. I am studying education. I am studying physics. Why am I here? Why am I studying business? Are you asking the same question? Yes? Okay, let me explain why. Regardless of your degree, when you graduate, you have two options in life. Do you know those two options? Who has an idea? Because some are nodding. What does that mean? It means you have an idea, right? Who has an idea? Give me one option in life that you have. Professional, not personal. Okay? Who has an idea? Raise your hand. If nobody raise his or her hand, I will randomly pick. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. You were nodding, you two. Who would like to answer? An idea? When you graduate, what can you do in life?
As a education student, may perhaps just like if we what is it? well, well, I repeat it once again. So if as a education student, we have two options after graduate from this university. So what is it? Just like between become a teacher or like what is it? Find another job. Yes. Beside being like teacher. Yes.
Very much. Please, let's give him a big round of applause. Okay. Any other idea? So he talked about getting employed. Basically, that's it. That's the first option that you have. You apply in a university if you're a teacher. If you are an engineer, you apply in a company. If you're a scientist, you apply in a science firm or whatever. But the main point is you are applying for a job and you will be working under somebody, right? So that's the first option that you have. Now, related to our topic for today, what do you think is the second option? I have a clue. I've already mentioned it a while ago when I was talking about the technopreneurship term. What do you think is that second option? Okay, I'll go here. Okay, what do you think?
Entrepreneurship.
Okay, which means what will you be doing? What are you going to do if you are an entrepreneur?
Sell something. Yes. Yes. No.
So, she is correct. Please give him or her a big round of applause. Okay. According to her, you can be an entrepreneur. You can sell products. It may be your own product, it may be your own service, or it may be other companies' products. But the main point here is that you are not employed. You will be doing business. Okay? And let me tell you, not it's not always that employment is suitable to you. It would depend. Maybe when you graduate and you start working, you may feel like this is not the right place for me. I find it difficult to be under somebody. So you might be better off doing business. So regardless of degree program, you can actually try both options. So that is exactly the main reason why you are here today. Okay? Are we clear? Please give me show me your hands if you have understood that. Raise your hand if you understood me. Only a few. Did you understand me at the back? Did you understand me? Raise your hand. I'm not going to go to you and ask you to say something. I just want to know if you understand why you are here, why you are learning about doing business and not about education, not about physics, why business. So, did you understand the point? No. Okay. Okay. Perhaps we can just continue. I will try to talk slower. Please, please keep your attention on me because what will I be presenting today will actually help you. It will help you. Okay? So listen. Stop using your phone and just listen. All right? Are we clear? Who understood me? Raise your hand. Okay? Okay? I think in the future, Ibu, I have to learn Bahasa so that everybody could understand me. So anyway, so let us now proceed, students. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. Okay, first, let's talk about what is technopreneurship. Okay, students, please focus on the screen if you really cannot understand what I am saying. So just read on the screen because I have stated there the meaning of technopreneurship. So technopreneurship, students, is a word from two words. So it's a combination of technology and entrepreneurship, which means that you don't do business anymore in physical stores. You do business using technology. For instance, using your computer. If you're selling a product, it's not anymore about renting a land, renting a space, having a physical store so that you can display your products and you can sell them. No. Technopreneurship is about selling and marketing and promoting your products and services in technological devices such as computers, phones, websites, social media, e-commerce platforms, so on and so forth. Okay? Right. Let us continue. Now, why is it important to use technology? Is it no longer relevant to have a physical store? Maybe you're wondering, sir, is it impossible to sell anymore if you have a physical store? If I decided to rent a space outside UST to sell my products and services, won't I make a sale? Will people not buy from me? Of course they will. But using technology has advantages. It gives you an advantage over businesses with physical stores. And what are those advantages? Look at what is written on the PPT. Recent studies done here in Indonesia says that the population in average is below 30 years old. So Indonesians are mostly millennials and Gen Zs. You're Gen Zs, right? So you understand what I'm talking about. And these people are what? Technologically inclined. This is what I have observed. Gen Zs and millennials cannot live without their cell phones. Am I correct? Okay. Gen Zs and millennials spend most of their time using their phones or in social media, in TikTok, or buying some stuff in Shopee or Lazada. Am I correct? There you go. So if the majority of the people in Indonesia is in online, then your business, your product should be there as well because they are there. So you go where the people at. You get it? There you go. So that is why it is important that if you do business, you consider technology. Okay. Now, what are the platforms that you can use if you would like to become a technopreneur? Are you familiar with all of these logos? Yeah. Okay, we have the same applications in the Philippines. We have Shopee, we have Zalora. In fact, my order in Shopee just arrived in my home yesterday. Yeah. I get a notification via email. All right, so we have the same situation here. Okay, so you have three types of platforms if we're going to group them. First are websites. Don't be confused. Social media, website, and e-commerce are different from each other. Okay, let me explain. First, website. UST as a website, right? Okay. Anybody can create a website. You don't need to be a company. You don't need to be a university. You can create your own website if you would like to promote your products. Okay. Now, creating a website is a little bit expensive. Okay? What's your idea about that? Why do you think creating website is expensive? Because you agreed. Said again, you were nodding. Why do you think creating website is expensive? What do you need? What are the things that you have to pay? Number one, server. Okay. Or domain. Domain. Every website has .com, .net, .org. For you to get that domain, you have to pay for it. Okay? And it's not a one-time payment. You have to pay on a regular basis, depending on your agreement with the domain provider. It could be every month. It could be every 4 months. It could be yearly. But the bottom line is you have to pay. And it's quite expensive. Okay? Another reason is when it comes to designing the website. You don't just create a website, right? You have to make it appealing. It has to be beautiful. It has to be attractive so that people will be interested, right? Okay, if I create a website that looks like this, will you get interested? No, it will be boring. Right? Okay. So if you create a more colorful one, it would be more appealing. But I think this is not really appealing, but a more colorful one, a more creative one. Now, are we all here talented? Can you all create a website? Are you that creative? Are you that techie? I think it's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody can do that, right? So you need to hire somebody, a graphic designer or a website creator to do that for you. And they are very expensive. Okay. But on the positive note, I'm not pressuring you to focus on website because website is not really the number one choice of technopreneurs. Later, you will know what it is, but it's not website. I'm just giving you it as an example, okay? Okay, but trivia, there are free website makers, okay? Are you familiar with this logo? Wix, W-I-X. Have you heard about this? Okay, This is a free website maker. You can create your own website for free using this platform. But you cannot get the .com. Your website would be, for instance, your business is ABC I Love Jogja t-shirt. That's the name of your company. Your website will be like this: ABC I Love Jogja t-shirt.wix.com. All right, because the domain is a property of Wix, not yours. And it has disadvantages. It won't appear immediately on top of Google when you search for websites selling t-shirts. Did you get that? Okay, but this is a good starting point if you want to enter technopreneurship. Okay? Let's move on with social media. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Is it still Twitter? X. Oh, I see. You're really updated because I don't use X. X for me is for ex-partner, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. Okay. Anyway, and TikTok. I think TikTok is very popular here. Have you seen advertisements in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? Advertisements. Like in the homepage, you will see products being offered, hotel rooms, or even just makeup, depending on your interest, right? They are technopreneurs. Okay? Right. Now, there are two ways to promote your product in social media. Number one is the free option. Okay, but it has limited audience. You can only reach limited people. Okay, what is that free option? If you create, for instance, a Facebook account, you have two options, right? Create a personal account, your own account, your personal life. Second, you have the option to create a business account, or what we call as pro account. Familiar? Pro account. Okay. Now, if you post something in social media, only your friends or your followers can see it. Am I correct? Okay, that's for free. But still, if you posted the product, that's already advertisement. But again, you can only reach people who follow you or who are friends with you. Now the second option, boosting. Are you familiar with that? Boosting. Yes. B-O-O-S-T-I-N-G. Boosting. Okay. That is an option that you have if you want to reach more people. Okay? So, this is how it happens. You post an advertisement. Let's say Jogja t-shirt. Post it for 100,000 Indonesian rupiah. Okay? There is an option at the top that says boost. If you click that, you just need to pay a certain amount and you're able to set criteria on your target market. So, in boosting option, you can decide to tell Facebook that, oh, I want my product to be seen by people from all over Indonesia. So, Facebook will show your product to people from all over Indonesia. So that is the reason why you see advertisements in your homepage. Because the entrepreneur who posted that decided to reach you. So perhaps they decided to reach Yogyakarta. Okay, aside from that, you can choose your target market age. Are you familiar with target market? Okay, you're selling t-shirt. Jogja. I love Jogja. Is your target market Jogja residents? No, right? Because you are already here. Okay? Who will be your target market? Those coming from outside Jogja or maybe foreigners, right? So you're able to select those not living in Jogja, those living outside Jogja only. In terms of age, will children buy that t-shirt? Like small children, because children are already using social media, right? Are high school students or elementary students buy that? No, they will not buy it. Okay? Elderly people, old, maybe, probably, but not likely because they don't travel a lot. Who travel a lot? Young adults, millennials, Generation X. So you can set the age range. You wanted 20 years old to 30 years old to see it. So Facebook will only show your product to people between the age of 20 or 30. So the bottom line is you can boost your advertisements. You can promote your product by paying a certain amount in social media, not just your followers or your friends. Okay? Lastly, we have e-commerce, which is something that we will really focus on because this is the most important of them all. Okay. E-commerce platforms are Shopee, TikTok. TikTok is considered e-commerce at the same time social media. Okay? But now it is transitioning to becoming an e-commerce because there's a lot of live selling, right? Okay. And this most of this live are really engaging with sellers, right? Okay, mine. Is that what you use here? Okay, okay. So, Lazada and Zalora as well. And I think Tokopedia is also popular. Okay, that's e-commerce. Okay. Um, so if you have a product, you can just apply for membership in Shopee or in Lazada, and you can already post something to sell. Okay? And just a fun trivia, over the last 10 years, there has been more than times 15, okay? 15 times more than has been the increase of those people buying from e-commerce. There are more people this year, as of the moment, buying from e-commerce platforms than in malls, than in stores. So it is really something that you must focus on. However, it has challenges. Okay? So we will now start talking about those challenges. All right. Okay, sorry. Before we go to the challenges, let's first talk about the advantages. Okay, so that you will be encouraged to use this. Again, if you choose to do business. First, it only need low investment. Why do you think so? Do you believe that? Selling in e-commerce platform only requires low investment. Do you believe that? Or do you think it will be expensive? You're not sure? It's actually lower. Why? Traditional entrepreneurship, again, you need a physical store. And renting a space for your store is expensive. It's expensive, of course. Plus, you need to build the store. Okay, because when you rent a place, you just rent the land. Okay, you still have to beautify or improve the amenities, buy shelves, hire people, a cashier, a seller, a guard, all of these things, right? In e-commerce, you just need to be a subscriber of the platform. That's it. No need for physical stores. That's why it requires low investment only. Next, it's accessible to consumers. There are places in Indonesia that do not have malls. Right. Not all places in Indonesia have shopping malls, right? Especially in rural areas, right? But they have Wi-Fi. They have cell phones. Am I correct? For instance, in Warang, are you familiar with that place? Warang. Ibu? Waru. Waru. Okay. That's a rural place, right? Okay. Are there malls there? There are no malls. Oh, you're very happy that I mentioned it wrong. It's Waru. Okay, my mistake. Okay. So there are no shopping malls there, right? Right? So if they want to buy something, they have to come here in Jogja or in other places, which requires money and effort and time. That's why they just decide not to. Physical stores are not accessible to everybody. If you put your product or services in e-commerce, as long as there is Wi-Fi, they can buy. You see the advantage. Okay. Lastly, it's boundless. Who can tell me what boundless means? I'm going to give you a gift. What do you mean by boundless? Or maybe translate it in Indonesia and Ibu can just tell me if you said it correctly. What is boundless?
Yes. Okay. Boundless. Maybe like we can reach everywhere without a bounds. Like if it's a physical store, we only have like people who buy the thing is maybe just people from around the area, right? But if we do a e-commerce, people from like outside Indonesia, like maybe even from the USA can buy the product like that.
Do you all agree with him? Do you all agree? You agree? Very good. Very good. Thank you. Please give him a big round of applause. Okay. That is the exact meaning of it. It's boundless. You can sell everywhere. Not just in Indonesia. Perhaps if you are selling a product, I can see it even I am in Manila, Philippines. So if Indonesians do not like your products, you can still sell outside Indonesia. But of course, Indonesians will love your product. Don't think that way. It's just an example, okay? All right. So it's boundless. You can sell everywhere. That's the advantage of e-commerce. Now, very quickly, let's talk about the challenges. I think that these are not really disadvantages. These are rather challenges because you can do something about it. So I'm just talking about this to let you know the things that you must prepare for. I'm not discouraging you. I am really pushing you to choose technopreneurship. These challenges, things that you just need to be ready for. Okay? So let's talk about it. First, price transparency. Let me show you. Okay, this is Shopee. Okay, price transparency. In traditional entrepreneurship, if we buy products in a store, if we want to compare its price to other products, we have to go to another store, right? And it's difficult sometimes. It's time consuming. You need to exert effort. Unlike in e-commerce, all of the products can be seen together beside each other. And because of that, it's easy for consumers or potential buyers to compare the prices. So, if you're selling a product that is most expensive of all similar products, it will be very difficult for you to sell a single product because people will think that, can easily tell that, oh, it's cheaper in this page, in this account. This one is more expensive, so I'll go here. So it's very easy to compare. And that is a challenge. Okay, what can I do, sir? What is the strategy that I need to do? As a technopreneur, you must always be updated on the prices of the similar products in Shopee. Always compare your products to other products in terms of prices. Okay? Avoid being the most expensive, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the cheapest. Okay, this is very important. You should not be the most expensive, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the cheapest. It's better to be in the middle. Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason? Okay. Are you understanding me? Did you get what I said? Did you understand? If you sell, for instance, a t-shirt, there are many t-shirts in Shopee, right? Okay. I told you to regularly monitor the prices because there's a lot of t-shirts. Okay. Avoid that your price is the highest. Avoid. Now, the question is, sir, if I will avoid being the highest, should I make sure that I am the lowest? No. Do you know why? But you understand the question. Okay, let me explain you why. Cheaper products are perceived low quality. If you are the cheapest, you will not always get buyers because they will think that you have the cheapest products. Okay? But if you are the most expensive, it's also a problem because yes, people may think that, oh, they offer the highest quality. But the question is, can people afford it? So most people settle those in the middle. You get that? So every day, you compare your product prices to other products and adjust it little by little. That is how you will be competitive. Next. This is a major problem. Feedback from dissatisfied customers. In Shopee, in Lazada, before you buy something, you look at reviews, right? You look at the feedbacks. And if you saw that most of the feedbacks are negative, you will not buy anymore. Okay. In physical stores, when people complain, people do not know about it, right? It's just between the complaint, the people who complained, and the management. In e-commerce, everybody can see the feedbacks, and it ruins the quality or the perceived quality of the product. Sir, what can we do about it? What do you think? Is there something that can be done to avoid negative feedbacks? There is none. So we won't just be technopreneurs then. Come on, think. What can be done to avoid dissatisfied customers' negative feedback? An idea? Okay, if I'm selling something, let's say for instance, what's your name?
Raka.
Raka. Okay, Raka. Okay. What if I want to sell something to Raka and I want to avoid Raka complaining about my product? What should I do? Who is, yeah. Can you please share your thoughts to everybody?
Quality. Improve quality.
Improve quality. Do you all agree? Improve quality. Do you all agree? Give me a thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. The strategy is to improve your quality. Okay, let's make it simpler. Avoid selling fake products. Okay, do not fool your consumers. Stick to what you have promised. Let's say, for instance, if you promise that you are selling t-shirts with embossed, okay, you know how to tell if t-shirt is low quality or not, right? Okay. If you tell in your post that your t-shirt is good, made from cotton, the one that you need to deliver should be made in cotton. Right. So do not just focus on, because sometimes, because I said, focus on the price first, right? Okay, but aside from price competition, you also need to focus in making sure that you give what you promise. Okay, because if you are just after the money and you are not seeking for loyalty and customer satisfaction, they will complain. Right? So it's not just about making money, it's not just about making a sale, but making sure that your customers are satisfied. That way, you would be able to avoid feedback from dissatisfied customers, because we can see it all. People can see it all. Okay? If you have a physical store, sometimes you can take this, you can take advantage of this, because again, people cannot see those complaining. Okay, but that's just our secret. Do not tell anybody. Okay, let's move on. All right, next. Easy comparison of products. We're not talking about price. We're not talking about the quality. Here, we are talking about the volume. The volume. How many products can be bought? Okay. Let's say, for instance, you're selling a t-shirt. Let's keep on using t-shirt, okay? You're selling a t-shirt and it's 100,000 IDR. And then the other technopreneur is selling the same t-shirt, but it's 180,000 IDR. and says, buy one, take one. So what will you buy? Buy one, take one. All right? So sometimes people think that products that they can buy more, or sorry, let me change that so that it will be easier. Products that it's not just about the price, but how many products can you buy with that price? Okay? Sometimes there are technopreneurs who have freebies. You know that, freebies? If you buy a bag, you'll get a free keychain. The other technopreneur is just bag. Okay, so it's not just about comparing prices, it's not just about quality, but the volume. That's one challenge as well. So, what is the strategy here? Again, monitor how many of your competitors have freebies and include freebies in your products as well. So it's about being updated in the market. It's about visiting your page every day, visiting your competitor's page every day. It's all about that. Okay. Fourth, another challenge is handling the delivery process. Okay, let me ask you, how many of you here have ordered from Shopee? Raise your hand. Who have ordered something from Shopee already? You have not bought anything yet from Shopee? Did you buy from Shopee? You buy? Shopee. You buy something. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Okay. How many of you have received damaged products? Like if you bought lipsticks, when it arrived in your home, it's broken. Damage. You bought this mic, when it arrived, it's broken. How many have you experienced that? None. Really? Really? Oh, you have a very reliable courier service here in Indonesia. Really? None? No damage? Really? Okay. I'm surprised. Ibu, have you experienced that before? It's
Would you like
surprise.
to- Well, if damaged, no, but the number is less than what I ordered. So the order is not complete.
Okay.
Was not complete.
The order is not complete. Your order is 5 pieces, but only 3 arrived. That happens. Okay. Sending different type of order. You ordered a t-shirt, pants arrive. Okay, I see. All right. Perhaps we can go to that example later. Okay? Let's first focus on damage. In the Philippines, in other Southeast Asian countries, it's common that when we order something, it arrives broken. You can buy cell phones in Shopee, right? Okay. If the courier, if the delivery man is not careful, it could break. Right? Okay. That is common in other countries. Okay? It's not the fault of the seller. Okay? I'm telling you this because this is really a major problem because it's not your fault. If you are the one selling, it's not your fault. But if it arrives broken, you have to pay for it. You have to send another product that is not broken to your buyer. Or else, go back to problem number 2. They will now complain because their order was not correct or was broken. Sir, what can we do? We cannot control the delivery man. Choose a dependable courier partner. Is J&T good? J&T. It's good? Okay. J&T? J&T? It's good. Oh, in the Philippines, it's not good. There are many videos in social media that shows that they're just throwing away the packages. Yeah. So if J&T is good, choose J&T. Do not have your products delivered with couriers that have negative image. So that's why in the Philippines, technopreneurs do not use J&T. That matters. Your partners matters. Or another strategy, you deliver it by yourself. Okay? What's your name?
Aisha.
Aisha. So if you're selling something and then I bought it, maybe you can deliver to my house. If you have a motorcycle or if you have a car. Or maybe another strategy, you can meet in UST gate. And then you meet there, you give the product, you receive the payment. So you are guaranteed that the product will not be damaged. Okay? All right. Next, risk of, okay, let me just tell you the case of Ibu a while ago. If you have received incomplete products or wrong products, it's different from the dependability of the courier service. The problem is you, because you sent incomplete products or you sent wrong products unless it was changed. But that's a different scenario. But in most cases, it's the trustworthy of the sellers. So going back again, just give what you promise. Okay? Okay, we are about to finish. This is the second to the last slide. Okay, are you already sleepy? You're already sleepy? No. How about those at the back? Are you already sleepy? You said yes? No. Who said yes? Somebody said yes. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, there's another challenge. It's about membership fee. Okay, I said a while ago that if you will sell in e-commerce like Shopee, Lazada, before you post something, you have to be a member. And it's not like Facebook. Facebook, you create account for free. In Shopee, Lazada, before you can use the e-commerce platform for selling, you must pay for membership. It's a challenge if you do not have the money. But since you are entering a business, money is really important. But again, it is not as high as renting a physical store. So just prepare yourself in that specific fee. Okay, another challenge is that Shopee or Lazada gets commission from every product that you sold. For instance, the price of the t-shirt is 100,000 IDR. When someone buy it, 100,000, it's not all yours. Let's say 5% is the commission of Shopee. So 5,000 will go to Shopee. And only 95% will be yours. Okay? So, how can you address that? What can you do? If the real price of the product is 100,000 and there's 5% that you won't earn, do not offer it as 100,000. How much, Raka, do you think you need to offer the product?
110,000.
100? 110,000, but not really 100,000. Okay, again, you need to understand this, okay? Because if you labeled the price wrongly, you will go bankrupt. Okay, if the product you compute for your, okay, in making the product, you need 50,000. Making, okay? Okay, now, you said to yourself that, oh, in every t-shirt, I want to earn 50,000. Okay? So how much do you need to sell the product? 100,000. Right? But there is commission. Shopee will get 5%. So if you sell that for 100,000, you won't get your 50,000 profit. Instead, only 45. Because you're selling it 100,000. And 5% of 100 is 5. Right? Sorry, there's a little math here. Okay. So how much do you think you need to sell so that the commission won't be deducted from your earning? 105. You put it additional. Okay, you add the commission. Okay? You add that 5,000. Are you getting it? Okay, perhaps your finance professor can teach you that, but I hope that most of you understood what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, last. This will be the end. Okay. Consumer trust. Many people think that online products are mostly scams. Scams or fake. Do you know the reason? Because many people wants to see the product first. Right? Before you buy something, you want to see the product first. Before I bought a souvenir, uh, a bus, a minibus. I thought that it is like this. When it arrived, it's just small. Okay, and that affected my perception towards products. So now I want to see the product first before I decide to buy. And this is a study done in Australia. If you can see, 83% of consumers before deciding a product really wants to experience, to touch it first. Because it's part of, let's say, motivation. It drives you to really buy the product. Because in e-commerce, you can just see the photo. And you can edit, filter, Photoshop, right? So that's the problem. How can you gain the trust? It's difficult. Because the real challenge here is that maybe you are trustworthy, maybe you are you're honest with your customers, but the problem is other sellers. Okay? Many are scammers in Shopee. That's why they think Shopee is no good. Maybe here in Indonesia, it's not. It's trusted. In the Philippines, there are many scammers there. Do you have Shopee Mall here? Okay. I suggest you focus on selling there. Shopee Mall. But it requires a higher membership fee. Because if you won't subscribe to Shopee Mall, people will perceive you as fake. I only buy from Shopee Mall. Okay? Because they have stricter protocols. So those are the challenges that you may face if you want to be a technopreneur. But again, I already told you what are the strategies that you can do. All right, so we are now at the end of our discussion. I sincerely thank you for being here. And to close my lecture today, I just want to say that you keep on studying and never stop studying. Study, 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 because that's the only thing that you can have. Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Mark, for sharing ideas and knowledge and also inputs on this technopreneurship. Okay, is there any questions to Pak Mark? From here, okay, one. This side? Belum ya, oke, satu dulu dari sana. And from our friends joining Zoom, is there any questions? Belum. Oke, nanti Mas Adit please help ya. Right, okay, please, Hani, what's your question?
Hello, Mr. Mark. My name is Sukma Wulandari, and I have one question for you. After we learn about technopreneurship, we learn about strategic challenge and other. I have question is, what skills are essential for becoming a successful technopreneurship? That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Okay, first, being technologically savvy. You need to have digital skills. Okay? Not all people who can use cell phones can use applications. Okay? So it's not just about knowing, because most of you will say, well, I'm technologically savvy. I'm digitally inclined because I know how to use my cell phone. No, it's not about the cell phone. You have to learn about the platforms. Okay? So my advice, you attend webinars, seminars about digitalization. Okay? That's the future. Another one, you need to have the ability to know your target market. Marketing. But just basic marketing. Okay. If you are selling a product, who are likely to buy it? Okay. If I'm selling, what can I give as an example? What is something that you always use, you Gen Zs? Because I'm a millennial. Technology based. Yeah. Okay. All right. You have to analyze the market. If I'm selling a product, who can buy it? Okay. Lipstick, makeup. Okay, let's make it simple. Lipstick, makeup. Will I offer it to Risky? No. No. Okay? Because I mentioned that if you boost in social media, you can select criteria, right? You can choose age, you can choose location, you can choose even sexuality. So, do not waste your time targeting male because they won't buy makeup. So, I think it's somehow common sense, but more than that, you really have to study the market. What does your market needs? What is the product that is being sought after by Indonesians and by specific target market so that you would know who can you target. If I have a newspaper, should I sell it to you? No, you won't buy. So those two skills are, I think, the primary skills that you need to have. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, is there more questions to Pak Mark? No? Okay, so it's also more than 3 already. So to close this session, Pak Mark, we are all here are teachers, candidates. So how can we make this technopreneurship beneficial for our education and also for our future career to be a teacher?
Well, first, Ibo, you have to consider including it in the curriculum. Yeah. Because, most subjects are just focused on teaching, right? So I think entrepreneurship should be included in all disciplines. All right? Because I said you have two options in life. Not all of you will become teachers because you don't know if you're really suitable to that. Okay? Many teachers are not doing business. Okay, another thing is that when you teach, you can actually, in teaching, it's not just about teaching in a school. It's not just about teaching in a university. You can also be a private teacher, a tutor, right? Now, how can you tell people in your community that you are offering this service? Okay, you can post in social media. I'm a graduate of education, I have a license, and I am accepting tutoring services for 1 million rupiah per hour. And you can avail me. So you can products is only one. You can also offer services like teaching. So you can post your services in social media as well. And then Ibu, I think more seminars or webinars about entrepreneurships. It's not always like the major subjects. Yeah, and there are many free ones. Just look again in social media. There are a lot there. Thank you, Ibu. Any okay. Okay. I think you need two things. Okay. Number one, again, I already said, just study, study, study. I'm from the Philippines. Okay. I'm not from here. But why am I here? It's because I studied. I was able to have that opportunity. So if you want to succeed in life, focus on your study. Being a student is hard. It's hard. But that difficulty is what makes you stronger. Because in life is harsh. Not all people will be friends with you. Your teachers might be friendly here. When you work, they're not going to be friendly at all. They'll be harsh to you. So, if you're having difficulty, just continue striving, just study, and that is what will make you stronger. And another thing, try to learn English. Again, I am a Filipino. I'm not an American. I'm not from Europe. But I'm able to speak fluently. How did I do that? I focus learning in English. I know that it's hard here in Indonesia because if you try to learn English, you cannot speak it every day, right? Because consistency is the key. If you practice speaking every day, that is how you can fluently speak someday. But how can you practice that if there's nobody to talk to in English? What's the key? Social media, again, is boundless, right? You connect with other Asians. You befriend Americans. Be friends with them. and then just communicate with them casually so that you can learn how to speak in English. And again, lastly, just a tip. When speaking English, grammar and accent is not so important. Not so important. I know Indonesians are sometimes shy because they think that they will be bullied of their accent or their wrong grammar. But trust me, as long as we can understand each other, we'll be fine. Okay? So don't be skeptical in learning English and in speaking it. Be confident, just practice. Thank you.
Yeah, big round applause, everyone. Okay, so thank you guys for being such an attentive students, attentive participants, joining Pak Mark's lecture, and also teman-teman yang ada di Zoom. Thank you very much for joining us until the end of the day. Okay, once again, please round applause for Pak Mark. Yeah, thank you again, Pak Mark, for sharing your ideas with us. And guys, I think this is also end our guest lecture today. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, everyone. Salam. Ya, teman-teman, hang on sebentar. Kita mau foto lagi. Pak Mark, we need another round of photo session. Yes, documentation is so important. Topic group. Yes. Tapi sepertinya aja, anyway, our beloved technician. Without him, we can do nothing. Ima, join us. Oh, should we include her? Coba Sisan.